National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's our visitors and our home team. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Greg Wild. First month of the calendar in the NFL. Had some great games, some finishes that were pretty special, the usual surprises. Now, we hit October, and like you say, this is where the season really gets going.
Yeah, doesn't it just feel like on the NFL calendar, every month kind of has its own vibe, right? It's September. You're just starting to figure out how good you are. You don't even know how good your own team is, let alone the rest of the league. But once the calendar page turns to October, things start to become a little bit more clear. We know the contenders. We know the teams that have a long road ahead of them. These October games go a long way to setting the table come playoff time later in the season.
So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
To say he found a pretty good rhythm last week, I think, Mike, is a little bit of an understatement. I mean, he single-handedly accounted for 30 points after throwing for 5 touchdowns in last week's win. He had a couple of interceptions, and those are obviously concerning, but it's a little bit easier to live with the picks when you can get that sort of production out of your passing game. Look for him to keep slinging the rock all over the field. Cut down on the turnovers. He can do that. He expects to lead his team to another victory in this one.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On the set. Here we go. Cougar 19.
They'll go again with Hall. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They get 15 on that game. That's enough for a first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
On first down, they go right back to Hall. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21. And that will be a first down.
21 yards.
I half expected to see all 11 defenders piled up on top of him at the end of this run to make sure he was finally down, because a couple times on that run, it looked like he was cooked, only to shake off those tackles and keep on cooking.
First and 10 now from the 36.
Go! 19.
Here's a first carry for their running back, finding room to the 20. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. They'll pick up 23 on that one. That's enough for a first down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10.
Ready.
Give up the middle with Hall. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Well, we have a moment while we take a look at the key inactives not playing in the ball game here this afternoon. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. The RPO, that one is complete. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Shamrocks. His 4th TD grab of the season. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Makes the score Shamrock 7, Voyagers nothing.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up.
And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
32-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 15-yard pickup there. And that will be a first down.
46-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
On the ready.
1st and 10. Carry here for Vaughn. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
The tackle made just shy of midfield. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
Now they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25. It's a gain there of 26 yards. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
And after that short run, it puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
He has to do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand, to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack. It's going to bring up 4th down.
So on 4th down, they'll call out the field goal unit. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Voyagers are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Here comes a return from the 5. Now a hit, and he lost the football. But this is taken in by a teammate.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
He's inside the 40, inside the 20, and he is gone. 75 a touchdown. So they find different ways to use the speed of the wide receiver, this time in the running game for the touchdown.
I love the creativity by this play caller, Mike, to get the ball in the hands of one of his most explosive playmakers. In some cases, you want to throw it to him, but in this case, you hand it to him, and he pays it off with a big touchdown.
Point after, coming up here. He knocks it through, and the Shamrocks extend their advantage to 14-3.
14, Voyagers 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Well, Voyagers offense ready to take over for their second possession. Greg, I love the evolution of the NFL. Every 3-4 years feels like things change a little bit. Right now it feels like we're in a running back, running game era. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely. And the league has such a funny way of continuing to reinvent itself. Years ago, 15, 20 years ago, Mike, this was a running back-led league. It was play action. Quarterbacks were under center. And then what offenses realized was the best way to score points is to generate explosive plays. Get a bunch of yardage all at one time because it's very hard to sustain possessions in the NFL. So as a result, they said, okay, what's the best way to generate big plays? It's to throw the ball downfield. So it became a very pass-heavy league, and then now defenses had to answer. The days of the big defensive tackles, the 260-pound Mike linebackers, everyone now on the field had to be able to defend space and defend the pass, and there was a lot more air on the field created by the defenses. So now, as a result, the offenses are saying, okay, we're throwing into all these bad looks, all these teams playing dime and multiple defensive backs. We're now going to take advantage of smaller bodies on the field, and we're going to run the ball at you. So the way I like to classify it is offenses aren't running the ball more because they want to. Offenses are running the ball more because defenses are encouraging them to do that and saying, I dare you to run the ball 40 times this game and generate enough big plays to score enough points to beat me.
So after one, 14-3 is the score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this.
Got it. Ready?
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10.
Set up. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Set up.
On the ground, it's gone. Not much happening there, just a short game.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become...
And he's into the end zone. Pass Walker. Touchdown, Voyager. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Extra point attempt still to come. He's got it, and the Voyagers are back within 4. It is 14-10.
14, Voyagers 10.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
And 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is incomplete. No way to force a football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's Roman Wilson. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 46-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down. Another run here with Hall. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Here we go, set.
In motion comes Andrews.
70.
Back to throw. He'll swing this one out to Hall. And he will score! Touchdown, Honolulu!
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack, and you certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your back, let them do the rest after the catch, and it results in a touchdown.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. The kick is good. And the Shamrocks are out to a 21-10 lead. Now a timeout for injury. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Voyageurs offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. They'll begin here on the ground. And they'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Going up top. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Number 85. A gain of 9.
It's going to be third. They need 1.
And 1.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. Take go.
Now, faking the give. And he gets that one complete to his tight end, Taylor.
As a play caller, those are the plays that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the first down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now a little bit of a gamble here on 4th down.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to run.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
And we've seen this time and time again. When this guy is in a groove like he is here, I mean, he's impossible to block. I mean, the offensive line, they've got to come up with a better plan to slow him down, or he's going to completely wreck this game.
They'll look to throw. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And this will be incomplete.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
That is caught. He finds Walker. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. It's a big one right there. An even 40 yards.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete. They try again. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Back to the air one more time. Quick throw, taken in. Now this offense could use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
Ready, break. Ready, go.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it, and he can't get away. Down he goes, back to the 16. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. So the decision has been made, and they will send the field goal unit out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Voyagers are able to get it back within a score.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Shamrocks offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. Now a 2nd timeout called by the defense, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Slot man in motion right. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. Now this defense will use a 3rd and final timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down. Open man, right side. He's got it. A gain there of 20. That's enough for a 1st down. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have one remaining. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
Ready, right?
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They've got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Ready.
Exiting the pocket right. Now he'll run it. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down.
And there was nothing exotic about that. I mean, they were just able to generate pressure without having to bring an extra rusher, and this offense now finds themselves staring at 4th down as a result.
The Shamrocks getting their punter out there. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. So, halftime straight ahead. And we'll send it to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando.
And hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the 3rd quarter. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the 2nd half is underway. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Voyagers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Our throw on the move is caught. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
19 yards.
He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in, and he'll be marked out at the 45-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
He'll run here with Vaughn, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
2nd and 10. He'll turn and hand this one off. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. Throwing now on 3rd and long. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The punt team headed out for the Voyagers. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. His throw left side is complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8. At the 15-yard line.
They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
37. That's a
3rd and 2. Here we go.
3rd and 2.
Let's go now.
We'll try to run for it with Hall. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it end. He does. First down.
And it looked at first like that opening was going to close up on him, didn't it, Mike? I mean, really nice job there by the back. Patient and quickness, kind of all at the same time to find that hole. And he's able to get through to keep this drive alive.
And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. The Shamrocks send their punter out as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. This one fielded out beyond the 25. The Voyagers offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 5.
At the 39-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's right side and caught by Taylor. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
Let's go.
He's got his man right side. It's complete. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Running is Vaughn. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 46. Here's 2nd down and 6. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
To go.
He'll drop to throw. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down. The Voyagers send the punt team out. And they'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple, and now we've got 3rd down coming up.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
Come on.
In motion comes Andrews. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. We're all set to kick this one away. Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Oh, man, open right side. He's got him. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That one good for 29.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. And another 1st down, and another big gainer. This time 23 yards. He'll look to throw. Incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Pushed out to his left. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play.
Another really nice throw right there. And as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
Now long. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
On 3rd down, they'll set up, and he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Shamrocks offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down.
Let's go now.
Now, faking the give. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Unfortunate, there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Throwing now from the gun. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
The Voyagers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. They'll go with the counter on first down, and they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
Oklahoma City, first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So from the 37, here's second and 3.
Let's go.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
Oklahoma City, first
Got it.
down.
Ready?
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Pass the 60. Pass, go.
They'll stay on the ground. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
The 23-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
19, Tiger, 19.
Quick throw there on the RPO is broken up. And no time to get the separation there. And the incompletion is going to bring up third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
They'll throw here on third and short yardage. That one hauled in. It's complete. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
At the 20-yard line.
Let's go now. Hawks.
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And it's going to be a turnover, and the defense comes away with the ball.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to this second down play. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. Now a second timeout called by the defense. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. They'll run. This is Hall. Hall is hit. He's lost the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it and at least...
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. It is picked up by the defense.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So we might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble.
Here we go, here we go.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Here comes Hall on this toss to the right. Good work on the ground. He's got it. First down. Up at about the 42. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55. A couple of first downs to start this drive. They're 1st and 10 up at the 42. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Come on.
2nd and 11.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Ready? Down to a knee one more time. And that should just about do it. So it's a win for our visitors. They're able to build on the solid performance of a week ago, and they make it 2 in a row with the victory here in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.